Air traffic controller.
Doesn't look.
Happy Monday and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, Dave, and we are coming at you from our studio here. And it rained again yesterday, Las Vegas, Nevada, with our daily, only on the weekdays, but sometimes we stream randomly live shows. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer, nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice, so please, as always, do your own research. Speaking of content, today, the merge is a day to 2 days away. The final shadow fork went live without any hitches, according to the Ethereum developers. Also, the world's largest derivative exchange launches Ethereum options. How could you use options to hedge your bet against Ethereum? We'll talk about that. Plus, XRP to be burned with Bitcoin transactions. And Starbucks has selected a blockchain for their loyalty rewards programs. We'll talk about which one they picked and much, much more. Now, with that out of the way, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, and the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do game reviews, which we posted a few hours ago. So if you're interested in play-to-earn games, particularly The Walking Dead, our first episode, make sure you check those out. We got more to come. We also do deep dives. We also do YouTube shorts. And I still wear shorts. Today will be the last day. I'm going over to pants because the summer's over. I'm telling you.
You're a liar.
From here on out.
$100 says you're going to.
We're here. Put on studio cam. Put on studio cam, Rocco.
$100 says he's wearing shorts tomorrow.
So look, you see the shorts? This is the last day.
Yeah, he's wearing shorts tomorrow.
It's the last day.
I can guarantee
no
he's
more.
going to wear shorts.
Going straight to jeans. So
I hate jeans.
Want to also remind everybody about around the blockchain today, the 2 p.m.
That's right. Actually, we have a full agenda on the slate today on the docket. Today we will be on Around the Blockchain at 2 p.m. Eastern time or Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time on BitBoy's channel. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Around the Blockchain. If you're not, go check it out. Go support Ben and BitBoy, and come support your boy Big Rob on the channel as well. +1s in the comments section helps us out dearly. Helps me win. Which your boy got a good streak going on. I think I'm on 3 again. 3 wins in a row.
Are you?
Yeah. And then what else we got? We're also going on Debate Crypto today as well. So if you were watching a couple weeks ago, we had Crypto Keeper on the show here in studio. We are paying Debate Crypto a visit, so we'll be hanging out with Crypto Keeper and I think Blockchain Crusader as well. So we're really excited to go visit them. So they will be at 4 o'clock our time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So you'll get plenty of Big Rob today. And then also we'll throw up another video in the afternoon as well. So if you don't get enough Sin City Crypto in your life, we got more. We're around YouTube.
You got some balls wearing that Raiders shirt after that terrible loss yesterday.
You know what? You can't support your team only after wins. You got to be in there. You can't just if you're married, you gotta be with your wife and support her through the tough times, the downs, not just the ups. It's not just the going to the movies and nice dinners. You gotta sit there when she's crying. You gotta be there when things aren't going.
At least the Raiders didn't just drop a complete. I don't even want to use the word like the Packers did against the freaking Vikings. It was embarrassing.
Devontae Adams. Speaking of the Packers, he came out looking good.
He's a beast.
And you know who didn't look good? Derek Carr, quarterback.
Yeah. Did you watch that whole game? I didn't watch the whole game.
I did watch the whole game. It was a whole lot of crap. It started off decent.
I heard Josh Jacobs played pretty good. Mm-hmm. My fantasy team didn't do too good.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the roll call. All right.
Hold on, wait. Where's your like sign?
We'll get there in a minute. So roll call. Now we got Big Swole first up in here. He also said, "How about them Raiders? think that's a slight in my direction, or
As it should
the team's
be.
direction.
As it should be.
And a round of applause for Big Swole, by the way. Yeah, thank you. And we got Broke Yoshi, Hit or Miss. Then we got Mark, Jason, Tox, Shizzy, Jimmy. And we got somebody new in here, Sam Jarvis. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Why You Loud Gang, Salvatore, Militello. And then we got Big Chili Willie, Brian Hamilton, HP, Hindi, and that rounds it out.
Critty Cats.
We don't have a lot of people in the chat.
You say Critty Cats?
And Robert Salazar and who? Oh,
Crit Cats.
Crit Cats up in here too. And then we don't have a lot of people in here. We're missing people. Probably because we ain't got enough like button going on. So hit the like button, and we also got Cito in here. What's up? And like button. Get this thing going.
Also, if you are
active in the chat, George Ornelius.
If you are if you're an NFL fan, comment your team and whether they won or not. I know HP's a big Bills fan. Bills look good, man. Buffalo look good.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens look good, even though they played Jets, right?
Also remember to join the Discord, if you want to keep the conversation going.
Oh, and today, you forgot to mention, we also have a new segment we'll be rolling out on Mondays. What do we got in store for our Monday viewers?
Man, if you're a fan of Forrest from Crypto Stackers, we have a special treat for you today and moving forward every Monday. We will get a special take on a certain topic from our man Forrest on Crypto Stackers Pro. We'll be rolling that out today. Today, the topic will be Solana. We're going to talk about that. Nice video to show that he made for us. Big shout out to Forrest. Always supporting our channel. We appreciate you, my friend. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but if he is.
We're going to be featuring a project on Monday. And the premise behind it is that we're going to... sexy chaos. That's right.
Don't.
Dice
hasn't been here before, has he?
No. Dice Assault. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. So we're going to be having Forrest pop in on Monday. And the premise of this idea is that he's going, because he's the chart master, analytic genius, we're going to get his perspective on a project or a token come Monday with some projections by the end of the week. And then we're going to see where that lines up on Friday. So basically, if it is, hey, this token's going to rally by the end of the week, I think this is a great time to get in, and then we'll see how that plays out, and if his trajectory matches his prediction by the end of the week. So we also got OG 999 super chat. Thank you so much. In case y'all don't know, we use this not for lunch. Not for our own personal checking account. We use the super chats to pay the
pizza, neither.
Pay the lease here. Yeah, that's how. And we still don't even.
Thank you, Ogie. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
I know who Ogie is, but he wants to remain anonymous. But Ogie's a good man. Very, very good man. All right, let's kick this thing off, guys. Let's kick this thing off. I want to show a couple things before we get into the market. So. National gas price comparison 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 will be in red. We are currently sitting at $3.71 as far as...
Hold on. I still pay $5 a tank.
That's what I'm saying. This is on the national level. All right.
What's going on, Nevada?
We peaked to $5 in June/July. We are coming down. Well, if you're wondering why, OPEC they increased their production so slightly that it didn't even make a difference. So why have gas prices gone down? Well, here's why. The Biden administration has been releasing 1 million barrels of oil per day from our reserves to bring the price down. And you can see here, this is the chart of stocks of crude oil and how they have gone down. We expect this to go back up. For us here in the U.S., gas will go up by the end of November. That is when, or by the end of October, that is when they're going to stop releasing the oil from our strategic reserves. And on top of that, they're going to have to continue to buy more barrels to restock their reserve. So what's that going to do? when demand stays this, or when supply stays the same and demand shoots up because now you have an entire government buying oil.
My thing is what happens if we find ourselves in a situation, perhaps a wartime event, that we have to draw on our oil that we do not have.
And that's why this administration has been getting so much flack. And I'm not turning this into a political thing. I could care less. It could be a Republican office. I don't care. The whole thing is midterms are coming up. They're trying to create this narrative of, hey, we're bringing gas prices down by depleting our reserves. And then coincidentally, that will stop on October 31st, which is 2 days before the midterm elections.
That's a big event coming up, the midterms, and they're just trying to sprinkle a little bit of
fairy dust
on top of the economy. It's like Dad losing his job and going all in on the Disney vacation. Be like, look, rough times are ahead. Rough times are ahead, but we have liquidated the savings account so that way we can enjoy Magic Mountain in all of its glory.
Yeah, so expect, if you have a gasoline reserve, something in your house, go ahead and fill that up now because gas prices will go up.
Are you going all in on gas stocks? No, you're not investing in gas derivatives.
No.
Okay.
I am investing in other things.
I'm also investing in asking our producer to go outside and turn on the AC because it's getting a little hot in here.
All right. Must be the chili barbecue sauce that Dave brought in early.
So don't expect the camera to change anytime soon,
off, bro.
Thank you, Rocco. Anyways, we're stuck on this split screen here.
Yeah. So here's the thing with our studio, and anyone who's been here knows the air vent is directly on top of my desk. So when it's on, I freeze, but everyone else gets hot. I will suffer. I will suffer for my business partners. You guys are very welcome. All right. Enough nonsense. Let us get into the crypto markets. And Robin, Market Watch.
All right. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting at $22,228.32. We had a nice big rally over the weekend.
Why is Bitcoin pumping, Robin?
And you know why it's pumping? Because...
Not because you did a thumbnail on the bull market's back on Friday.
It's pumping because the bull market's back, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
You know what's funny? On Friday with that thumbnail, bull market's back. Someone says, "Are you guys okay?" I said, "No, send help, Robin."
You know what? Could very well be back,
guys. There's probably the biggest reason why is the Dixie is down. The last 4 days we've seen red candles. It's down to $108.15. So obviously the dollar strength index against other foreign currencies. Anytime this goes down, we see Bitcoin move with it. If I literally just do this right now, I haven't done this, but I'm assuming if I do. It'll be right in line. See a drop. It's inverse correlated. So whenever this Dixie goes up, Bitcoin price goes down. Dixie goes down, Bitcoin price goes up, and we see the same thing happening here right now. So, big reason why. The problem is, well, I don't know if it's a problem necessarily in this situation because the traditional markets are closed over the weekend and holidays, and when the Dixie closed in the red on Friday, that pumped Bitcoin throughout the weekend.
Do you think that was the top on the Dixie? I think so.
I don't know, man. No. Inflation numbers are coming out tomorrow.
But here's the thing. Everything on the landscape here in the U.S. kind of level playing field. And inflation is running out of control overseas. So you would think that that's negative for the Dixie, right? That, hey, other currencies are inflating, they're having economic issues. But if we saw what we saw in other economic situations, perhaps in 2020, where you had governments injecting capital into their economy, we could see an injection of capital into the EU because of what is going on. I mean, they're going to have to buy.
Are you talking about printing?
Yes, printing, quantitative easing, basically bailouts. At least at this situation, it seems though the EU's going to have to step in and throw money at the problem in some form in some way, shape, or form, because there's not going to be enough energy, or there's not going to be enough money for the civilians to power their homes with the inflated or the elevated energy costs. So we've seen in the UK, for example, they're looking at, was it $2,000 to $5,000 a year on right now is what the average bill is going to come out to for energy costs, which is insane. And the UK has also came out and said that they're going to put a cap on the energy prices. So if they're not charging more from the civilians for energy when the price skyrockets,
who's paying for it?
Then who's paying for it? The government.
GOV.
And if the government's paying for it, they're going to have to print some money. And in doing so, that's when you inject money into a system, you're
diluting.
Yeah,
you're diluting.
Yeah, on the long term is bad. We've seen that, or we're seeing the repercussions of what happens when you print too much money.
Also,
but in the short term, it's good for.
Well, obviously, and then obviously the euro holds a lot of weight in the Dixie. So if we raise interest rates, which we are expected to do on the 21st, and they are printing money and inflation gets higher, it's going to be. I mean, the Dixie, just using common sense, would have to go up. So that won't spell good for crypto.
And then we got somebody new in the chat. 2 people. We got XRP Hoss.
He's been here before.
Well, welcome back then. And then we got somebody new. Ultimate Finishing Move. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And Mortal Kombat, man.
More to come.
Man, I'll tell you, when I first saw...
Who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character?
Gotta be Scorpion, bro.
Scorpion?
Yeah.
Sub-Zero's dope. I really like...
Get over here!
I really like that Khan with the big-ass sword. The big dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about the boss that had like the 6 arms?
Dude, Katana. Katana was a G. All right, back to the markets.
All right. So taking a quick peek at Ethereum is down compared to Bitcoin. Is this gonna be the trend? Is it? Are we out of the pumps for Ethereum, and now we're going to be
scroll up?
What's up?
Scroll up. I want to see the dominance.
Bitcoin dominance over 40%.
Yep. So that's going up. ETH is going down.
Yeah. So as certain people have been saying, ETH is probably going to pull back right before the merge. And I think we're going to get a bigger pullback. I think within 2 weeks, we will see $1,500 Ethereum, which you might be like, what? Why would it drop down? Remember, it was only over a month ago that Ethereum was at $1,000. So this is an expected pullback. It's not like it's anything crazy. It's not like the price is dropping out on it. I mean, you have something that rallied from $1,000 to $1,700. And I do think that afterwards, we're going to have a pullback. So as you see here, as low as $1,000 on 7/13, so 2 months ago, excuse me. And so I do think $1,500 is probably a good place for this to consolidate down to. And who knows if we see lower lows on Bitcoin, and as far as in the short term, if we see that $18,000 Bitcoin again, we might see even lower than that. But I do think the environment right now is shaping up that the markets are due for at least a relief rally. I think the CPI numbers, which come out tomorrow, will be favorable. I think we're going to come in under expectations. Just for the simple fact that energy weighed so heavily on the inflation numbers and the prior months when we were around 9%. Now that the energy cost has gone down significantly, we would expect that the CPI would also follow. And so with a favorable CPI number, what factors are out there that's going to drive the traditional markets, the stock market, and particularly in NASDAQ? What would drive those to lower lows on the in the short term? I don't think there's much out there. I think a lot of any of the big news events, I think, would be positive at this point going forward. You have the midterm coming up, and so There's going to be, I don't think there's going to be any drastic policies that would affect the stock market coming out from Congress. At least they're not trying. They're trying to avoid volatility right now, and so yeah. I mean, you also have all of the student loan forgiveness. Well, like why do they call it forgiveness? Like they did something wrong, you know?
Well, they're forgiving the loan.
No, but like when I say like forgive me, that means I did something wrong.
Yeah,
like let it go, forgive me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
So what
people
would you name
took
it?
out
Student loan
loans
what?
knowing damn well what they wanted. That's the thing.
Imagine
If
having
you
your
buy
loan paid off last month.
$100,000 car and you can't afford it, shame on you.
I forgive you.
If you take out $100,000 student loan and you can't pay back, shame on you. You know what? You can go to community college. You have options. You don't have to go to a university that charges you $100,000. So that's entirely up to you. Not discounting the need for higher education, and I do think that the education system is a little out of balance as far as the prestigious universities and the cost to get into them and the benefits of going to those. But there are other options, and you can self-educate as well. I think we're in a time that with the internet age and supercomputers, and even your iPhone pretty much can act as a supercomputer, and you can access the worldwide internet. You can educate yourself, and so you have options now. In the past, you had to go to university or buy an encyclopedia set if you wanted to get a wealth of knowledge, but now that is no longer. And yeah, so forgive us, government, for taking out these loans.
They did.
What else? We have so gas prices have went down. CPI comes out tomorrow. Expect a big rally tomorrow, guys. Expect a big rally. $25,000 Bitcoin, I think, is in the market. Can I get some bull sound? $25,000 Bitcoin. Here we go. That's right. Tomorrow. How you doing? Now, we got the crypto bubbles. So let's take a quick look. We have Ravencoin up 21%. Now, if you're wondering what's behind the pump behind Ravencoin, it is probably because of the injection of new miners going over to Ravencoin because it is a proof of work. So a lot of the Ethereum miners are unplugging and moving over to other chains. Ravencoin is one of them, which is one of the reasons that in the short term, am bullish on Ethereum Classic. I do think that miners will be plugging in there and getting more volume and more transactions into the Ethereum Classic ecosystem. Not to mention, if there is any hiccups, you could see people using Ethereum Classic to slight new merge. Now, I don't think there's going to be any catastrophic collapse when it comes to the merge, but as complicated as that software is, I was listening to some analysts. They were saying this is the most complicated software upgrade human history has ever conducted because of the sheer size, because you can't turn it off, because you get one shot at it, and the length of time that it has been in development. It's supposed to be the most complex upgrade in software history. Now, that is an opinion, but it resonated with me, and I thought about it, and I'm like, I kind of agree. Do you not agree? Might be the most complex upgrade ever. I mean,
I can't comment on that. I have no idea what constitutes a super complex upgrade.
I mean,
but I'm assuming,
whether or not it is the most or not, you have a project that has $200 billion of value with thousands of transactions going on every I don't know if there's thousands per minute, but at least thousands per hour, and you have a lot of value just shuffling around.
This is probably a bad analogy, but when your computer wants to update its drivers and whatever, it has to shut down and restart. Ethereum cannot.
Yeah. Also, another analogy people have used is it's like upgrading, or it's like changing out and working on a plane while it's flying. So, interesting,
dude. If I was Vitalik, I'd be literally crapping myself right now.
So I do think there might be some road bumps. There's gonna be some issues. There's gonna be some headlines where like Ethereum's broken and it's actually not broken. And it's just gonna have some.
Well,
issues.
All that FUD, I'm assuming, is gonna come from these POW workers.
But I do think that as massive of an upgrade that it is, I think that there's going to be some setbacks, and I don't think it's going to go as smoothly as everyone thinks it is. I don't think they're going to have any catastrophic event, but and in doing so, because we saw with the headlines, remember this, the Cardano testnet, when somebody put on there, one of the developers, one of the DApp developers put out that Cardano's testnet is fundamentally broken. It crashed the price of Cardano. And that was a testnet. And that was Cardano, a significantly smaller project than Ethereum. And so if you get a headline, Ethereum's merge fundamentally broken, what do you think that will look like for price action? And so just at this point, let me tell you something. At this point, I'm an Ethereum bull. I will not be touching Ethereum right now because the risk versus reward.
What if I told you there's a way to deleverage your risk?
No, that doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
So
it exists. Don't say it doesn't exist because you don't know it exists.
Well, what are you going to buy?
Ethereum options.
Okay, sure.
What do you mean? Yeah, sure. That's literally how it works.
Yeah, you mean put in a short? You're still taking a risk on both sides.
No,
you
you're
put
not.
a short or a long.
No, you're not. If you hold Ethereum tokens, you place a put option in, and you're good.
Sure.
I will show you guys how to do that.
Okay, you can put insurance on it. Yeah, you can do the same thing when. But here's the thing: why go through all of that risk in the middle of a bear market where everything's discounted?
But if you're already holding a crap load of Ethereum,
but if you're holding I'm not talking about holding your Ethereum and been freaking out. I'm just saying now ain't the time to buy. Like if you all of a sudden don't hold any Ethereum, now is not the time to go FOMO into Ethereum.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Because the potential upside right now is what? $2,000 Ethereum? What is that like?
You think ETH can get to 3,500 4K in a month if everything goes smoothly?
No. A 2x on Ethereum, it's already up was it 70-80%? It's up 70-80% in the last 2 months, going into the merge with buy the rumor, sell the news. And on top of that, you're taking on, you don't know how this rollout is going to go for what? A potential 2x? And I don't even think that's possible, but at best a 2x. And if there is any kind of big hiccups, I mean, realistically, I think $2,000, $2,300 Ethereum is probably the bullish scenario. The bullish, it rolls out good scenario. The downside, fundamentally, a lot more loss than gains there. I just, why go that route? I mean, I think XRP's a better buy right now as far as risk versus reward. Cardano, even Solana, honestly, Polkadot. Yeah. Speaking of Solana being a better buy, you want to get into it or the
Solana?
Yeah. So we have our new segment. So as we discussed at the beginning of the show, it is Forrest from Crypto Stackers has he's put together a video for us, and it's a shorter video, like 10 minutes or so, on his thoughts on Solana and where the price action may line up.
There's also there's a reason he picked Solana. Solana just passed Ethereum in NFT sales. So he's going to cover that plus price action. And of course, we always love Forrest takes. So this is, again, a 10-minute video, but it's a great video. So I'd recommend watching. We might pause it in between and discuss, but more than likely we'll wait till this thing finishes and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, let's roll.
What's up, Sin City Crypto? This is a video just for you guys. So the topic is Solana NFT volume, flipping Ethereum NFT volume, spiking up. Not only that, but we've got Solana NFT mints making a new all-time high here. Now, what are my thoughts and opinions on this? as usual, they're pretty contrarian, pretty against the grain. Now, I am very bullish on Solana in the long term. I like what they're building. I like to see the ecosystem and adoption increasing. However, the NFT space as a whole, not just on Solana, but on Solana and on Ethereum, is very detrimental, in my opinion, to the actual price action of the layer 1 token. I'm going to walk through this in just a moment, but here's kind of the explosion that we've seen in Solana NFT volume. This was posted on Saturday evening, where Solana for the prior 24 hours had temporarily flipped Ethereum in terms of NFT volume. Right now, this sets off alarm bells for me. This is not making me want to go and buy a ton of Solana. Like, oh, look at how great this is. Let's first just take a look at Solana's volume. Right, Solana's volume per week here in Nansen. It last peaked at during the last week of April, all through May, and into the first week of June. Now, the market was dumping during this period of time, but look how bad Solana dumped in this period of time, right? From the first week of April, as NFT volume was ramping up, all the way down to mid-June, 81% in Solana's price. Really performed worse in this dump than a lot of other cryptocurrencies. I think a large part of that was the value leak that was caused or present due to the NFT ecosystem on Solana. So what does that mean? What do I mean by that? All right, let's go over to Magic Eden here, and let's just grab the second largest project, Utes, which I'll be full disclosure, I minted this project. I got whitelisted. There's still opportunities to be made in the Solana space and in the Solana NFT space, but NFTs and this kind of speculation in their current state, in the current state of the NFT market, I believe is really bad for Solana's token price. What do I mean by that? All right, let's go to the details of this NFT. We have a 5% royalty fee and a 2% transaction fee. Now, what do you think that this project founder, or what do you think this project is doing with those royalty fees? You think they're just sitting on it in Solana? Do you think they're just turning around and staking it in Solana? No, they have bills to pay, right? They're taking profits. They're turning around and dumping a large portion of that Solana, probably most of it, for US dollars or some sort of fiat currency to pay their bills, or just to take profits and get rich. Transaction fee. This is horrible. 2% transaction fee is absolutely insane. It's absolute insanity. This is the same on OpenSea. I believe it's 2% or 2.5% on OpenSea. The fact that this market that is so immature that we accept a 2% transaction fee is insane. Imagine for a moment there's a 2% transaction fee on Bitcoin or any other token. Now, the market making fee for most cryptocurrencies is like 0.1% on most exchanges, right? And there's already a cliche or an acceptance that market makers are the ones making the most money. They're making a ton of money in the space as crypto trade volume increases. Well, Magic Eden and OpenSea are siphoning an absurd amount of money out of the space. And guess what? They're not holding on to that money in Solana, right? They've got bills to pay. They probably don't have a ton of overhead. It doesn't take, I don't think it takes all that much to build an NFT exchange, as many as we've seen pop up. To build and operate one. Now, 2% transaction fee. Let's do some quick math. 5% creator royalties. Let's just assume off of this one project, and it is the second largest project in terms of volume right now, but this project's like a week and a half old. It's not old at all. It's done 350,000 Solana in volume. Let's go to our handy dandy calculator. 350,000 Solana times 0.07, sorry. 7% of that is being taken by the creators in terms of royalty fees, and 2% or 2% to Magic Eden, 5% to the project founders, for a total of 7%. That's 24,500 Solana that has left the ecosystem and gone to these founders. Now, let's just assume that they sell 50% of it. They probably sell more, to be honest. But let's just assume they sell 50% of it. That's 12.25 thousand Solana leaving the ecosystem in the last week and a half off of this one project at a price of $37.53. You can see up here in the top corner, right? That is $459,000 being dumped on the market. $459,000 worth of Solana being dumped on the market. Now, this NFT speculation could lead to increased demand, temporary increased demand where people are buying Solana to turn around and speculate in the market, right? But every time they make a transaction, 5 to 10%, or at least a minimum of 2% is leaving the ecosystem, right? Being dumped. Right. So this is just assuming only 50% is actually sold. So $459,000 from this one project being dumped on the market. That is not healthy. That is not healthy for token price. And this is coming from somebody who is long-term bullish on Solana that, believes that Solana will succeed in the long term. Now, I do want to identify some support and resistance levels on the chart for Solana. We've recently held this as kind of a deviation. Support. Price is pushed back up. We're moving into a tough area of resistance. This is where shorts can come in on 5x leverage. Longs can no longer come in on 3x leverage and maintain healthy liquidation points. So we will probably see some resistance here at $38. I don't like the massive amount of Solana that is probably being dumped on the market right now by Magic Eden and a lot of these NFT projects. So for that reason, I'm really considering reallocating some money out of Solana and potentially into AVAX or potentially even more into Ethereum in the short term. This worries me a lot to see this much volume, and while the NFT space is still this immature about taking this high royalties and this high fees. Now, we're starting to see a pattern. We've seen DeFi money rotations from layer 1 to layer 1. We saw DeFi rotate from Ethereum to Avalanche to Solana to Phantom to Binance Smart Chain. We saw all these DeFi money rotations. Now we're seeing a rotation of NFT volume from Ethereum to Solana. Logically, what's the next low-hanging fruit? Because at the end of the day, people want to make money. They're going to go where NFTs are potentially the cheapest. Now, Avalanche has really strong NFT infrastructure right now. They've got a couple of really solid exchanges. They've got a couple of solid projects that are performing quite well, doing a decent amount of volume, nothing in comparison to Solana or Ethereum, but we're starting to see a trickle here. The founder of Avalanche recently, as of today, this morning, retweeted, is AVAX the art chain? I like the sound of this. What do you think? Right? So there's starting to be this small little narrative forming that Avalanche could have a rich and vibrant NFT ecosystem. Also, we've got Avi domains. Now, recently, we have seen an absolute crazy speculation on Ethereum naming service and Solana name service. Now, this is more recent for Solana naming service, where we've seen these .sol domains really peak in volume recently. The volume, this little bar here indicates the volume. These are 24-hour candles, just exploded out of nowhere over the last 2 to 3 days. Right, so we're seeing speculation on Solana names, .sol names. We already saw crazy speculation on .eth names. Well, now people are starting to mint and reserve these Avalanche domain names. Now, this is a super speculative play, but there's potential for the next rotation to be into .avax domain names. So we can kind of jump ahead of the trend here if we want to take a high risk, high reward play and start delving into Avalanche NFTs, because if you get into NFTs when they're very, very cheap, the returns are very, very high. We just have to take the risk that maybe we don't see that speculation on Avalanche. However, I do think it's very likely, considering the buzz we're starting to hear and the infrastructure that is already in place with these really nice, strong exchanges and infrastructure that's been built. So that's my play. I think I like the bounce back ability of AVAX right now a little bit more than Solana, just because AVAX has not seen this NFT speculation yet, where Solana's undergoing it right now, and we know that is going to have a negative effect on Solana's price. Now, macro, I'm bullish over the next 6 to 9 months on Ethereum, and we're starting to see some macro stuff turn around. So I wouldn't be surprised if the market can just kind of push Solana upwards. However, I do think it's got the potential to underperform due to this massive, massive value leak in the form of the NFT market. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to the Sin City Crypto fam, and I'll catch you on Friday. Peace.
All right.
It's good insight, man.
So the only thing I'd push back on is, he stated that that's the way it is across the board, right? With Ethereum, Avalanche, all these secondary marketplaces, creators take their royalty fees, and then there's transaction fees. And we saw with the NFT craze, all these NFTs that were launching on Ethereum, all these sales on the secondary, and Ethereum's price still made new all-time highs. Now, if Forrest was live, I would ask him, your synopsis on the value leak, is that in the short term or long term? Because in the long term, I don't think it's an issue. But in the short term, it could definitely be an issue. Because you have all these other factors that are suppressing the price of something like Solana. Add in the value leak that he talks about with the NFTs, and there you have it. Interesting on the name services.
So a couple of things. One being that I see what he's saying. So you can make the same argument for Ethereum. You can say, hey, the royalty fees for OpenSea and for creators are very comparable to Ethereum, if not the same. And the thing that differentiates Ethereum and Solana is that the ecosystem for Ethereum is a lot more diverse. There is a ton of transactions on Ethereum that is not related to NFTs. Can you make the same argument about Solana? I'm not saying that Solana isn't diverse, but when you weigh all of the other sectors of Solana, I do think that one of its strongest attributes is the NFT sector, which, as he pointed out, as we all know, the NFT sector is way down. And so if the NFT sector is down and royalties are the same, and that you have two different factors weighing down, you have the sell pressure from all the royalties fees, as he mentioned. On top of that, you just have less transactions going on because the NFT steam is running out. And he makes a good point with Avalanche. And you know what? If there is a time to get into Avalanche, we did see with the news of the lawyer. Anyways, we
Kyle
had
Roach. Kyle Roach. That little thing that popped off pulled the price of Avalanche down. I think it was like 5 to 8% or something like that. Yeah.
In comparison to the rest of the market. So you're probably going to be at a favorable entry point when it comes to an Avalanche, at least versus Solana right now in the short term. And if you do see an influx of NFT volume there on Avalanche, I could see what he's saying playing out. We'll see how that shapes up at least here on Friday, and then maybe in the near term as well, maybe in the next few weeks. We'll come full circle and evaluate. What's up?
We're giving hola to my man AA Ron.
My boy AA Ron. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
He said Yola, brola.
No, it's yo.
I know. I'm just saying. Sounds cool. Yola, hola, brola.
Okay.
Pasta fashola.
How about Nola?
That's Northern Louisiana, idiot. All right, let's move on. You got anything else to add? I thought that was great.
No.
So kind of just to put a little more perspective, the reason I'm assuming Forrest selected Solana was in over the past, I believe, 30 days or 24 hours. I'm not sure on that, but Solana surpassed Ethereum in NFT sales, which, if you remember, about a month ago, we looked at the chart, and Solana was so far behind in NFT volume and sales. For them to leapfrog Ethereum, that's huge. And obviously, the project he showed on Magic Eden, which was the Utes, that got a crap load of marketing and hype around it. You saw 350,000 Solana trading volume just in the last 7 days. So the Solana have a chance to usurp Ethereum in NFT sales? I don't believe so, especially with the merge. But hey, who knows? I'm still iffy on Solana due to the fact that A, too much VC money behind it, B, too centralized in my opinion, and C, the network is so unstable. Last thing I want to do is have money parked in the Solana ecosystem, and then the entire thing just comes crashing down.
Also, we got somebody new in the chat. We got Andrew DeVibis. Did I get it right?
Andrew, call him Andrew D.
Andy.
Andy.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And I think Jiu-Jitsu's been here before. Welcome back.
Is that a dope shirt? Thank you, my friend. We appreciate it. You can find, Rocco, is this shirt on our merch site?
I think so, yes.
You can find this shirt on our merch store. The link is in the description of this video if you'd like to do it. So,
can you find
Jimmy,
this Las Vegas
swear to
Raiders
God, Jimmy.
shirt?
What'd you say?
Can you find this Las Vegas Raiders shirt on there?
Yeah. Aaron said, no, you can't. Aaron said, eyes on Flow. Guys, the Flow video will be released either Thursday or Friday this week. Super excited about Flow. I'm excited for you guys to watch it. So, all right. Let's move on from Solana to what it just flipped, which is ETH. The merge is full steam ahead. This is sourced from Decrypt. The final dress rehearsal, which was the shadow fork, was completed on Friday. Speaking of shadow forks, it was the 13th and final shadow fork, and it went live with 0 issues, according to the developers. Okay? The devs are confident that the merge will happen with 0 issues. And I don't know if you guys have done this before, but if you go to Google and you search Ethereum merge, they got a countdown on there, man. It's pretty dope. And so I kind of clipped that out there. 2 days, 10 hours, 21 minutes based on the current difficulty. So, Robin?
And those 2 bears there, they...
No, one's is that a bull? Both bears.
Is that a rat?
Weird. A rat. No, that one looks like Robin. Anyways.
So the 2 bears, when they are getting closer to each other, they got their arms out.
Looks like they're fighting like this.
And when the merge goes on, the bears are supposed to hug. And the logo for the...
Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
and the logo for the ETH merge is a panda. So the white and the black, are merged into pandas.
Robin did some digging. Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. So once the merge happens, they'll be hugging.
Yes.
Aww.
And they'll turn into a panda.
So excited. Oh, it'll turn into...
Which is the logo.
Oh!
Did you not hear anything?
Robin dropping the alpha, guys.
Okay, can you see
subscribe to the channel?
Hey, Rob.
Oh!
One more time, again. Let's do it again.
So the panda is the logo, David. This is when you're supposed to say, what?
Okay.
Anyways, you see what I go through, guys? Just constant berating, constant disrespect. Rocco, I thought was in my corner. I guess not all the time.
Can you
to
stop
for him.
slamming your hand on the desk?
No, because I'm upset. Anyways, so it's like Christmas is in 2 days, and we're all sitting here drinking hot cocoa and waiting for the presents for Santa Claus to come. I am stoked for this. I know a lot of people who are holding big bags of ETH are nervous. Obviously, anything can go wrong. The analogy Robin made, or the analogy someone made that Robin referenced to, was it's like trying to take apart and fix an airplane while it's still flying. And so one small mistake, one incorrect move can essentially crash the entire plane. If this merge, it probably will have a few hiccups here and there. But if it has something catastrophic, this will set the crypto market back years. So, Robin?
Yes, years.
Have you been drinking your hot cocoa? You ready for Santa Claus to come with the merge?
Sure.
I'm going to fucking throw this at you, Rocco. I swear to God, dude. You're lucky you're behind 15 computers.
Come on, relax. I just prepared.
Okay, what would you like me to say? What?
Just give us your thoughts, Robin. You know, be a crypto analyst.
There we go. Yeah, bullish.
Wow.
Well, I already said. I've already covered. You just let me go over it again. You probably didn't hear it the first time. If this thing breaks, it's going to be catastrophic. More than likely, it'll be a little bit of hiccups and bumpy road, which will have some narrative out there thrown out that the Ethereum chain is broken, probably crash the price. It'll rebound eventually. ETH to the moon.
Wow. Robin, thank you so much for that. All right, we're now moving on to, let me get this going here, to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the largest and deepest derivatives platform out there, has launched Ethereum options. Guys, I am so excited about this. I've dabbled in options for a long time. It is an amazing way to control a large amount of stock, and in this case, Ethereum, with a fraction of the cost. This is sourced from You Today. The new product was launched due to rapidly growing interest. And after the massive success from the Ethereum futures, it allows investors to hedge their risk. If you're not familiar with options, it's essentially an insurance contract. So I'm gonna break this down for you guys, okay? So if you're holding a big bag of Ethereum right now, I know in our Discord, Jimmy talked about, he shared his portfolio. He's got a lot of ETH. And if you're genuinely nervous that something can go wrong, here's what you need to do. And this is not financial advice, but this is
what you need to do.
This is what you can do if you would like to hedge against risk of Ethereum. Go to Chicago Mercantile, CME.org, or whatever the website is, and just buy a put option on Ethereum at around $1,550. Do it for about 3 to 6 months out. And what it allows you to do is control, by one contract controls 50 units of Ethereum. Okay? One contract controls 50 units of Ethereum. So if you have 100 ETH, buy 2 contracts. Not financial advice. So on and so forth. You buy that, you will pay a premium on it. Let's just say it's $2,500. So essentially, if the price of Ether moves down after the merge to under $1,500, you will make double your money back, and the upside is exponential. There is no cap to the upside, but there is a cap to your downside. Whatever amount of money you spend on that contract is the maximum amount of money you can lose. On the other side, if you see ETH start rallying, you can close out your contract, take a $300, $400, $500 loss, and now you're making money on the other end with your coins, whether you're holding it on the ledger, on an exchange, don't matter. So that's what I plan on doing. I've been waiting for Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto options. It is such an alpha play. Essentially, like I said, you can control hundreds of thousands of dollars of these assets with a tenth of the price. So there you go. Oh yeah, excited about that. But what does this say that the largest derivative exchange is launching ETH options? Now, of course, these are futures options. They're not directly tied to Ether, but Robin?
I'm a crypto guy, and so for me, I think if you are in fear of a potential price move, for one, I think you're not looking at it long term. If you're looking at it short term, crypto's probably not the best place to be at. And so, I mean, that's me. You can throw money and put insurance, but I'm long-term bullish. So for me,
you can, but
I'm not saying anything you said is wrong.
No,
I'm just giving you my perspective.
But here's the thing: you can be long-term bullish and still make money.
But here's
with a big event like this.
And the way I look at it, there's 2 scenarios. Either one, it rallies and goes up, and then you lose most of your investment on a put option. You at least you have to pay the fee right up front, and then you're gonna potentially lose whatever you put in if the price rallies like crazy. If you get 2,000, 3,000, which is good because you're holding Ethereum on the back end. I'm not saying that you're like at a loss and going poor here. I'm just saying that the money you invested in the insurance goes away essentially with the rally of Ethereum. If the price were to drop, you secure your position or your investment right then and there. You can make some money on it, but it's going to bounce back anyways. And so for me, it's like, why not just hold the asset? If it dumps, it dumps. Who cares? It's going to be over 10 grand down the road anyways.
Okay, but in the same respect, if it dumps, you take the money you earn from your option and you just buy more Ethereum.
You can do the same thing. You can put in a short on Ethereum too. You can just short Ethereum on an exchange.
But you have to spend more money. What options allow you to do
I disagree. I think that you're going to spend more money on an options trade versus using a leverage account on Bybit, for example.
If you want to control 50 units of Ethereum, it's going to cost you way more than $500.
Whatever price you're targeting on the way down, as far as an option and leverage trading is the same damn thing. It's just one is terminology for stock, one is terminology for crypto. And so putting in a leverage position to the downside in a crypto exchange and leveraging 2x or whatever it is, is no different than a put and call options in the stock market. So you can already do this right now. If you want to protect yourself against the downside risk for the Bitcoin crashing, just put in a short.
When you leverage trade, though, your downside is not capped. That's the problem.
You got liquidated. So.
You get liquidated and you lose all your
but
shit.
you can set your liquidation points further down, or you can you can still technically get liquidated in a put and call. Yes, you can always sell it, but you can pretty much lose all its value. And so if the price of Ethereum were to rally to $3,000, for example, there would be no value in your put at 1,500. I mean, you could sell it for some minute amount, but
here's the thing, though. If it starts to rally and you set a baseline number, you're like, if it rallies past this point, I'm just going to exit out of my options contract.
The premise of betting against the movement of the market is already here. It's whether or not you do it on the CME or you do it on a crypto exchange, it really doesn't matter. If you want to double your money on a short position, you can do it on an exchange, and you can do it on the CME. You can do it on either or. That's just what financials do you want to do it the old way or you want to do it the new way? There's no, if you want to protect yourself against the price crashing, you can do that. And you can set your stop loss, and you can take your profit area or whatever it is. And so, and I don't personally subscribe to the leverage trade mentality. For me, buy it, I'll sell it when it reaches a certain target amount, because that's just how I go. And I'm not saying there's tons of money to be made. People are traders. People know what they're doing. People put in leverage positions. Cool. We got links down below. We got a link yet?
For Bybit? Not yet.
Anyways, we'll have links for trading. If that's what you want to do, then, by all means, proceed with caution. But
for someone who's done both, options are, in my opinion, if I want to do what I plan on doing, options are much easier, much better. You can do it with dollars. You don't have to put in crypto and worry about something happening.
You can still DCA down, no? If you are believing in
what I'm saying is,
long term,
you want to hedge your bet. If you got a big bag of ETH, you don't want to sell it. Let's say you want these fork tokens to be airdropped. You don't want to sell it. You don't want to do anything like that. You don't like leverage trading because you're nervous and you know how to set it up. You can literally just buy a put options contract.
You can practice. You can go to the FeeMix, and you can open up leverage trades with play money, and you can get some practice at it.
The thing is happening in literally a day.
But if you go to CME, you can only do it Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then on top of that, you're paying fees to traditional institutions.
The fees are like $3.
I'm just saying that. You're paying fees to traditional, like for me,
you would pay more fees on a 5x leverage short on Bybit than you would putting in.
I don't know.
What do you
I
mean
think
you
that's
don't know?
speculation.
That is not speculation. Okay, who leverage trades in here? Talk to me about fees on Bybit or any other thing. So we'll talk. But we need to move on. So we are now currently moving on to Starbucks. Robin, are you a fan of Starbucks?
I am. Rocco's also a big fan of Starbucks.
Yes, he likes their frappuccinos, and he likes to eat it with a spoon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You like your caramel.
I don't know why.
Hold on. It's a venti caramel triple macchiato with vanilla and whipped cream. That's yours, right?
Every time David gets a coffee, I'm just like, your dentist makes so much money off of you. The amount of sugar this man adds to his coffee. He's just like,
that's not true.
And I'm just like,
that is not
I'm like,
true.
Yo, open up a Splenda packet or something, bro, because
Splenda Factory, an NFT of Splenda. You remember the drink they made?
How many viewers you got, Rocco?
45.
43 likes.
Can we get some likes up in here?
I'm about to lose my stuff.
Can we get some likes up in here?
And Jimmy is about to give some subscription if we get to 50. Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on. I mean, I think pretty much everyone.
We also got Adam Marlotti.
Adam Merlot.
Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
You like Merlot wine?
I like Merlot. I just don't like the California Merlot.
Yeah,
generally, the cheaper California Merlot. There are some really good Merlots.
Yeah, Darius makes a really good Merlot.
No,
he's got.
They're a very popular one, but
yes. All right. So back to this. Starbucks has selected. You guessed it. Polygon Matic. We talked about this. I know I've mentioned this several times. The moment they went net zero on carbon emissions, they were going to start being the institution chain, and they continue to do so. This is sourced from Crypto Globe. Starbucks will leverage Polygon for their new Starbucks Odyssey loyalty program. Rewards members can earn, buy, and sell NFTs, and it also comes with special, they call it coffee immersive experiences. This is a quote from Starbucks executive Ryan Butts, who took a very thoughtful and thorough approach when evaluating which blockchain to utilize, and Polygon's fast, low-cost, and carbon-neutral network is the perfect foundation for our first digital community. Man, we talk about this all the time, okay? There are so many projects out there. How do you figure out which ones are good to invest in? Which ones will make it out of the bear market? Well, here you go. Look at the projects that are continuing to form partnerships, that are continuing to grow and get mass adoption. And Polygon has been nothing short of that since this year, since last year. And they will continue to. They now fit the whole BS ESG narrative. Whether you're for or against it, it does not matter. It is how money flows in and out of companies, and in this case, in and out of blockchain companies. Robin? You're not surprised they picked Polygon, right?
No,
Why didn't you choose Solana? The coffee will taste terrible.
I just
Coffee.
for me, I think I just, it seems as though, okay, on one end, I would love institutions to offer a reward program that is on the blockchain. And think about, remember those punch cards? You eat 5 burritos, you get one free, or whatever it is.
Yeah, how many of those did you actually hold on to?
Yeah, and so that's it. That would be made so much better in the form of a QR code on a blockchain, so that way you can go to any Starbucks and they can all just scan that thing, and nobody can hack your thing. Anyways, it makes sense. That's one of those plug and play easy opportunities for a company to integrate crypto technology into their ecosystem.
Well, here's the thing. And this is not really pushing back on you, but Starbucks has an app where they have their rewards program. They keep track of how much money you spend, and they give you free coffee. What from my understanding and from what I read with what Starbucks said, to them it's about community. They want to grow and essentially just bring their coffee community together in the form of blockchain, in the form of NFTs, make them more, because if your consumers and customers are engaged, not just when they want coffee or when they're in the line to order coffee, then it's going to help grow your brand. It's going to help grow your sales.
But yeah, and it's not like the traceability, the trackability, and the utility of a rewards program on a blockchain. It's not like that utility didn't exist before. And so it's not like all of a sudden you went from a paper punch card to blockchain. There is an in between. And you have benefits of going to the blockchain. For one, you don't have to depend on running your own servers and getting hacked and all this other stuff. And so there are upside benefits of using a blockchain like Polygon, for example, that has a good track record of not getting information hacked, and then also using an internal, because when in a rewards program, what do you have there? You have your name, you have your order history, you probably got address, and so we've seen the failures of information or the protection of information by companies over and over and over again. I think it makes sense to go over to the blockchain. My only concern here is with the purchase and sale of NFTs. I feel like at its base level, a rewards program makes sense, but on the corporate level, I just am concerned that a company like Starbucks is going to look at this as an opportunity to grab some easy money and to dump some NFTs and run some NFT project. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm under the assumption that
one would hope that if they do that, they'll allocate those funds to stuff like maybe better benefits for their employees. We know no, I know you're shaking your head, but I'm saying one would hope. Profits will go up. And obviously with these large companies, when they look at a sector like blockchain NFTs, it's a new revenue source for them. It's a revenue source. The whole community thing, which I explained.
Well,
It's
here's the
good
thing.
for branding.
They've went union, and so as per the union contract, you're going to negotiate, and that's what you're going to get. And if you make more money, nobody else makes money. You know anything about unions? It's a simple fact that the employees make this amount of money for the next 5 years, and that's set. They don't negotiate. Hey, all of a sudden you had great quarterly earnings. Doesn't matter. As Starbucks saves $1 million a year by going with a thinner cup than before, that goes to shareholders and CEOs and board members. That's just how publicly traded companies work. And I see this as no different. If they generate a lot of revenue from NFTs, the only people that are realistically going to come out on top is going to be the CEOs and board members, unless the utility is something amazing. And I hope you're not just selling unicorn freaking NFTs or pictures of your Starbucks cup or whatever NFT they come out with.
Look at what Gary Vee did in the NFT space when he launched VFriends. Based on tiers, it was like, hey, if you mint this tier, you get a 1 30-minute conversation every month with me. If you get this tier, you get 5. If you get this tier, you get to go to all my my conventions for free. But
what I'm saying is, I just don't trust Starbucks to create an NFT.
You can say that about any corporation.
I don't trust. No, I don't. No, I don't.
So
I
what
just don't
corporation would
trust.
you
I
trust?
don't trust Starbucks, a coffee company, to roll out an NFT line that fundamentally is worth it utility and it brings value to the company. I think if
Why?
give me an example. What would they have? What great NFT line would they be buying and selling for Starbucks? Just give me a thought.
I don't know. I don't know.
Then
But you're saying you don't trust
exactly.
them. You don't trust them. Why don't you trust them? Is it
Because what value is an NFT, a photographic NFT picture? What value would that bring to a Starbucks user? That's what I would like to know.
Well, how do you know it's just photographic NFT?
Well,
How do
I'm
you know
just
it's a
assuming.
JPEG?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
If it's
What if it has-
if it's a JPEG rolled out by Starbucks, which if you're gonna buy and sell NFTs, that's what it sounds like it's gonna be. What the hell are you gonna do with that thing? A profile picture for your Starbucks account? Like,
What about just in a thought? Let's say the same can be saved for McDonald's. Now they give us, if you buy a Happy Meal for a kid, and you receive a little souvenir or something for your kid. But in the future, it's going to be something digital, like something maybe a Marvel thing or a Disney NFT. And the same can be maybe Starbucks is thinking in the future for something more for adult, like I don't know, it can be a subscription or it can be movie ticket.
If you're gonna use the McDonald's thing as an example. So you buy a Happy Meal, you get a toy. But the toy is a collectible of a different collection. And so if you're gonna offer your customer base NFTs as a thank you for purchasing or as a reward for purchasing, it should be something that is one collectible, maybe outside of your own ecosystem. Like if you were to give out, a sought after NFT line, like, hey, we're gonna give out, crypto kitties, for example. We'll give out after, you buy certain amount of coffees, we'll give you one, or we'll put you in a drawing for one, or you'll give you one NFT out of 10 different lineups, and we'll see, some are worth more and some are not. But for Starbucks themselves to create an NFT, I just find it extremely difficult for me to find some value out of a JPEG NFT from Starbucks, and that is excluding the rewards membership program, which I don't think you need a picture.
Here's the thing.
NFT to do that. Now, if that is, maybe they create one unique NFT picture for every single person's reward card, so that way you have your own, unique picture. That would be cool. But if you're gonna buy and sell an NFT line capped at, like, say 10,000 JPEGs or 20,000 JPEGs, and really just be like, oh, hey, Starbucks has NFTs. That I don't really care about. And it's not sustainable. It's not. And we see the NFT market crashing because there is no end of those. There's no end to companies coming out with the NFT line for the simple fact they want to make some money, and the NFT is a new buzz. It's the new craze. Like, hey, we can make some money on NFTs. Now, if you were to offer something of benefit with holding those NFTs,
well, they are. They're going to. They just haven't gone into. It's just announced. They haven't gone into the details. But you know, the people in the chat, they brought us some good points. Someone said some NFTs might have free coffee on Wednesdays, lifetime free coffee. Could have, you know, Matchu, which is Matt, our new NFT gamer specialist. He talked about their cups being super collectible, and you see stuff like Versace and Dolce & Gabbana get into the NFT space and couple their NFTs with physical items. You can do that too. There's so much you can do, and your whole narrative of it's just they're trying to make money. That is literally the job of every corporation.
I'm not saying,
how do we maximize profits? How do we create new revenue streams?
I'm not saying that's Starbucks. No way they can come out with a cool product. All I'm saying is that I look, and there's thousands, probably at this point, there's thousands of corporate NFTs that got issued that are worth nothing. And what I'm saying is Starbucks going to be in that very, very, very small amount of groups that has a corporate NFT lineup that they release, and it ends up being wildly successful and actually returns value to their consumer? I'm just looking at a sheer numbers percentage. Because there is a long list of companies that we could say the same thing. We could be like, oh, McDonald's has the NFT. That's dead. NFL has NFTs. That's dead. No volume whatsoever on that.
That's dead?
There's no volume. Go look at the volume for the NFTs from the NFL.
The NFL all day?
They rolled it out like 6 months ago. They had the NFTs. A couple of weeks ago, they were at like 2 transactions a day. So all I'm saying is that there is a list of dead projects that companies rolled out because there was no meat or potatoes behind it. And all I'm saying is that, like, if you're gonna roll out, here's the thing: as a company, okay, what happens when iPhone comes out with a new with their new products? They come out with the reveal. They say it's going to do this. This product is going to do this. I mean, the new iPhone, the camera specs. It was literally like 2-day conference about all the things they're going to roll out. And all I'm saying is that when a successful company rolls out a new product, they usually have some kind of specs, roadmap, some idea, some vision, some goal. And every time a company comes out with an NFT nowadays, it's like, oh, we got a rewards program. We're going to NFT line. You can buy and sell. Like, there's nothing behind it. But you know what? If there was some kind of marketing behind it and some explanation of what is to come, maybe this environment wouldn't be like this. That's all I'm saying, is that it's not like these companies all of a sudden work in the dark and just roll out products with no explanation. But that's what they do with NFTs.
Is it because of lack of education in mainstream?
No, because they don't take it seriously. And then the product isn't taken seriously. They look at it as, because the people behind it probably don't even believe in it. There's probably some crypto degen in the boardroom like, yo, let's roll an NFT out. And everybody else is all
What's
like,
an NFT?
Can we make money on this? I'm like, yeah, you can make some money off it. And then they do some half-ass rollout. They don't market it. They don't have a roadmap, and it just falls flat. And there's just example after example after example. And I don't know, maybe Starbucks nails a home run. I'm just telling you, I'm looking at it, and it seems like the same dumbass story, bro.
You're just a coffee hater.
All
right, we're moving on. Either way, very bullish. Polygon. If you're not bullish on the whole Starbucks NFT thing, can you at least be bullish on Polygon being consistently selected for enterprises? Yes, you can. Perfect. We're talking, if you're an XRP fan, or if you have a big bag of XRP, put a 1 in the chat, because burn, baby, burn with the XRP Bitcoin app. This is sourced from you today. Spend the Bits, which is the name of the new app, will allow for faster and cheaper Bitcoin transactions done on the XRP ledger. XRP will be used for account setup, and also it will be burned with every single transaction. Now, John Deaton, the lawyer who is in the XRP Ripple lawyer guy, said the permissionless nature of Ripple and XRPL disproves the SEC's claims against Ripple. So he's saying, hey, look, this person, these people spend the bits on the XRP ledger. They didn't have to get permission from anyone. They didn't have to buy stocks or sell this and that. It's open source, and they built it. And he says, this goes to show you, SEC, that is not a security. It is not a traditional company. It is not a traditional securities contract. Does he have a point? Robin?
Yeah. He does.
Are you bullish on this?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Just say what you could say, whatever you want to say, my friend. I don't have a specific question for you. Just speak your mind. We're probably going to talk about this on ATB today.
Oh, is it in
I don't know. I'm saying probably.
I don't know. I mean, you're seeing the integration of Bitcoin is integrating everywhere. And XRP, if you're gonna, would you rather use XRP, just a side question here.
Okay.
Would you rather use RippleNet to transact Bitcoin and move Bitcoin volume around? Or would you rather use the Lightning Network?
A good question. That's a really good question. So with this XRP ledger thing, it's essentially you're trading IOUs.
Yeah, its base value is kind of the same thing. I mean, somewhat. Same kind of core technology, same kind of movement of value. And for me, you're going to see a lot of this. You're already seeing a host of different layer 2s on Bitcoin. You're seeing interoperability between different layer 1s, which is essentially what we have here of sort. And I don't know, man. I think it's...
What would you do? That's an interesting question.
Here's the thing. I feel like at the transparency, I think we know who Ripple Labs is. I think we know the founders. We know Ripple Labs from top to bottom. I don't really know too much about Lightning Network. Could be some... Obviously,
you trust Jack Mallers?
He works with... He's the CEO of Strike.
Right.
And he works with the Lightning Network. He's not the creator. And the creator, I think it was like two main guys. I forget their names. But it is supposed to be a decentralized platform to move money around. So there's tons of centralization points when it comes to the Lightning Network. And companies can take advantage of people's money using the Lightning Network because they have to check in with every, 10 minutes? So, I mean, theoretically, you could walk away with all transactions moved around in a 10-minute window if you're a centralized company on Lightning Network. Theoretically. Now, all I'm saying is that there is security vulnerabilities using layer 2s. And I don't know. I feel like I'd rather use Ripple Labs because I feel like
Trust factor.
Yeah, you know what you got there. And I feel like there might be a little cloud above the Lightning Network. Well, you can tokenize any asset and you run it across the
It's a synthetic
XRP.
token.
You can run it across the XRP network, and so you would receive the wrap Bitcoin on the back end. Pretty much is all you're doing,
Or a synthetic version of it.
yeah, synthetic wrap, whatever. I did find here was a.
Oh, you were?
You were muted.
Probably like
So here's the NFL Rivals. This is their big NFT thing that had a ton of volume and buzz when it came out. As you see here, it had
but it
2
didn't-
transactions in a week.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
the
is that-
biggest, though. Yeah, but you got to look at NFL all day. That thing's been moving.
NFL all day.
NFL all day. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to their website, and that'll all be covered on the
But
Flow video.
this is the
You got to go to their website.
But where do you see the transparency of?
They have their own marketplace on the website.
Oh, okay.
It has all the volume. Pretty cool stuff, man. The most expensive moment I saw was Brett Favre's game against the Raiders, Monday Night Football, after his dad passed away, threw for 4 touchdowns. That was like $41K. So, all right, we have one more subject to talk about here, friends, and then we're going to sign off. Next, we have Web3 and Metaverse money continues to flow in. This is sourced from Crypto Potato. Web3 games and Metaverse projects raised an astounding $748 million in the month of August, up 135% month over month. Some of the biggest contributors are Temasek, Exterio, and Machine Zone, which is behind... what was the name of that game I told you about today? I said, Robin, have you played this game?
Strike something.
Strike Zone. Striker. Anyways, analysts are expecting total investments in Web3 to equal over $10 billion for the year 2022. You guys just did a play to earn video, Web3, Metaverse. You want to kind of share your thoughts, maybe spend a minute or two talking about where you expect this thing to go. Are we close to mainstream adoption? Maybe what needs to change? I mean, you guys played the whole Walking Dead thing. What was kind of your experience as far as,
So when it comes to Web3 gaming and, okay, let's just clear this up. Metaverse, that's 5 years down the road. You want to invest in the metaverse, you're here early, buy now and hold for a long time. Try to pick the right projects, high risk, high reward. Reward is really high though. But could the projects that are here in the metaverse even be around in 5 years? Are those even listed? I don't think Decentraland will probably be here in 10 years or be worth anything, in my opinion. I just think their game itself is lackluster, and they are failing to integrate any kind of virtual reality or one universal server. It's independent servers, which I think it would be hard to break away from that because of lag issues and things of that nature. But I don't know if the metaverse plays are here or available right now for who's going to take over the market. I think that this is still so new, and I don't see a product that catches my eye on the metaverse. Now, with that said, let's get this out the way. You have 2 other sectors. Number 1, you have more play to earn, which is in the form of the style you get on an iPhone or a Samsung, so iOS device. So you have this like puzzle games, card games, overhead view, kind of like we did for The Walking Dead. This style would work well for iPads and for your phones. I think those will probably generate the most revenue. We've seen the hit that is Angry Birds. We've seen, the Plants vs. Zombies, the Candy Crush, Farmville. Those were wildly successful. And I mean, tons of money. And the fact that you have the user base is in the billions. Everybody that has a smartphone can essentially download these games. That, I think, is going to be the place that has the most opportunity for gains. So take that with a grain of salt, because at face value, the graphics might not be as beautiful as, say, Xbox or PlayStation, but the fact that billions of people can just easily download an app and make money, I think is going to be the emerging market for Web3 gaming. But then for your gamers, you look at the revenue possibilities that come from Call of Duty, Roblox, Minecraft, and then what's the other battle royale game? The one that you built. Fortnite. Yeah. And so but those games, those are being built out as well. So the next game we're going to cover is called Big Time. That one will be here in about 10 minutes or 10 in a couple weeks. And so with that one is more of the PlayStation style graphics, you know, more immersive, more run around, free world. And for that, I think that's going to appeal to more your hardcore gamers that are going to have more NFTs in it. And all three of these sectors are still a ways away. I think the closest is going to be the iPhone game, but the only problem is iPhones and Samsungs aren't quite as adopting when it comes to making money. And so I think
it's a sight to see.
It's growing, man. And all three, the first two, so the gaming, the phone games, the Web3, that's growing fast. It's looking good. But the gaming for the hardcore gamers, there's a lot of things on the horizon that are starting to look like they do on console. They're starting to be very sexy. And so I'm excited about that because those are the style games that I like playing.
You know what else is sexy?
What's that?
Our merch store. Guys, before we sign off, make sure you go search the merch store. We do have some affiliate links in our description. So if you plan on opening up an account with FTX, or if you plan on buying a ledger, you want to support the channel, use those links also. Make sure to come support Big Rob on Around the Blockchain. And then both of us will be on Debate Crypto at 4:15 Pacific time, 7:15 Eastern time. Big thank you to Ogie for the super chat. Also, Jimmy, another 5 memberships he's gifted. Those of you that got gifted memberships, you now have access to our members only videos. If you want to watch how to overcook a steak, watch Robin's. If you want to watch Rocco drive, watch Rocco's video. And then our little trip to Atlanta was pretty fun as well. We got everything covered, Rocco?
I think so. We just covered it all, I guess.
Rocco?
Yes.
Friends, family, friends and family, family and friends, we thank you so much for starting your week off with us here at Sin City Crypto. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Rocco, we love you guys. We will see you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Until then, peace.